So, it looks like last night after I put up my video, Creator Clash put up their own statement about what happened with Froggy Fresh, and it went just about as well as you'd expect. To be honest, I think it was quite possibly the worst statement they could have made, so today we're going to talk about that and Froggy Fresh's response. So without further ado, let's read their statement, which they made on Twitter. They said, "As you may be aware, we recently announced Froggy Fresh would be leaving the Creator Clash 2 ticket. We want to provide some additional information around the rationale for this decision to help clarify some of the online chatter. We have a legally binding code of conduct that each of our Creator Clash 2 fighters are held to, the violation of which is grounds for termination. Unfortunately, there were several violations made by Froggy Fresh during his tenure with the Creator Clash this year. The Creator Clash 2 team, inclusive of the production company, takes violations seriously and made several unsuccessful attempts to address them directly with Froggy Fresh in the hopes we could work together to get things back on track. When it became clear that the exhibited behavior wasn't stopping, at risk to the other fighters, fans, and others involved in the event, the Creator Clash 2 team made the collective decision to move forward without Froggy Fresh on our ticket. Our #1 priority is ensuring Creator Clash 2 is a positive, safe, welcoming space for everyone. We look forward to kicking off an amazing event and raising a lot of money for charity. Creator Clash and IDubbbz have already donated $50,000 to each of Froggy Fresh's supported charities, Kids Cancer Foundation and Nicklaus Children's Hospital, for a total of $100,000. They will also remain beneficiaries of money raised throughout the event itself. The creators have all been working so hard and can't wait to get down into the ring. Let's focus on their fights, not any that may exist online." A statement that honestly reads like it was written by ChatGPT rather than a human being, in my opinion. Now, Froggy did respond to this statement, but before we look at his response, let's take a second to discuss this statement. They start off using language like Froggy Fresh would be leaving the Creator Clash ticket, which, while true, is a bit generous to themselves, and uses clever language to make it almost seem like a mutual decision to the uninformed reader. Then they promise additional information around their rationale for their decision to help clarify some of the online chatter, which, first, no one uses the term chatter in real life. That's some anime language. Second, they go on to clarify nothing about why Froggy was dropped from the event. They say that he violated their legally binding code of conduct, but they don't actually tell us what the code of conduct is. Seems like something that could be posted publicly if they're serious about clearing up the chatter. And they never explicitly say what Froggy Fresh did that was actually a violation of their code of conduct. Basically, telling us about the code of conduct is a useless attempt to distract us and show us that they have a reason for doing this aside from just having their feelings slightly hurt. But of course, they're not going to come out and tell us what that reason actually is. They go on to say that they made several unsuccessful attempts to address the violations with Froggy, but they said his behavior wasn't stopping. Froggy himself disputes this, but we will get to that later. Then, they go on to say that their #1 priority is ensuring Creator Clash 2 is a positive, safe, and welcoming space for everyone. Which is weird because how can it be positive and welcoming for everyone when they already threw one of their fighters to the wolves? I don't think Froggy Fresh is feeling very positive or welcomed by the event at this point, and neither are his fans. Then, they announced that they donated $100,000 to the 2 charities that Froggy had wanted to support. And while this is a good gesture, it's completely fucking meaningless in the context of what's going on. The only defense I see of Creator Clash at this point is people using the fact that it is for charity to deflect. And here it is again. It's no small sum of money, but it doesn't do anything to explain, address, or fix the issue with Froggy. Just a little bit of charity so people can look at it and go, oh, he donated to charity? He must be a good guy. But that doesn't help the event actually go forward without Froggy. And it doesn't make other creators feel better about working with the event in future, since they can train for months and still get kicked out at the end for a reason that Creator Clash has yet to elaborate on. Finally, the statement ends with, let's focus on their fights, not any that may exist online, which I have a serious problem with. That is so condescending that it's disgusting. This isn't online drama. This fight doesn't only exist online. Creator Clash had this guy train for months, made him waste countless hours of his time. Who knows how much of his own money and more for this event. That's not an online thing. You took this man's time and screwed him over. He's never getting that back. So I don't know if you could tell from that, but I didn't really like their response. Maybe if they added more detail, they might have been able to salvage things, but this just sounded like someone went to ChatGPT and asked it to generate a response that could address things while never actually addressing anything. Anyway, let's look at Froggy's response. He seemed to deny that anyone tried to contact him and asked for the several violations, saying, "Who tried to reach out to me several times, and what are the several violations?" He went on to say in another tweet, "Are you talking about when Ian called me the third time ever, 15 minutes after Sam Hyde retweeted me to investigate my friendship with Sam Hyde, and then asking that I don't release any content with Sam Hyde until the event? Haven't released any Sam Hyde content, still kicked." Then continued, "Or are you talking about me responding to Justin Tracy every time he reached out to me, and me asking that we keep everything in text and emails so I could have evidence of everything that was communicated? Never received any texts or emails after that." Then he kept going, this time outright denying that Creator Clash ever told him of any violations. "I was never given any notice of violations. I got one email minutes before you went public about my termination. Justin Tracy called me while I was in Providence working with Sam. I asked that he could text or email me as I was busy training with Sam. He never texted or emailed." Finally, he ended this burst of tweets with, "Now I've been threatened with a potential lawsuit if I spoke up about this entire mess, and demanding the $15,000 I used for training, equipment, travel, etc. over the last 5 months. Unbelievable. Is this for charity or what's going on?" So it seems like Froggy's position is that no one from Creator Clash reached out to him, and they ghosted him after he asked them to send stuff in text so that he could have a record, which, if true, is shady as fuck. Then he claims the only communication he got from them was an email right before they posted the tweet saying he'd been removed. Basically, he pretty much said that everything Creator Clash claimed in their statement was a lie. They're both telling different stories about what happened. Who do you think is more believable? It seems like so far, public sentiment, other creators, and my own opinion, based on what we've been given so far, is that Froggy is telling the truth. But obviously we can't be sure without knowing everything. And therefore, if Creator Clash was actually in the right, I'd have thought that they would just actually put out the details of what happened. Their snake-like language in the statement that uses a lot of words to say nothing makes me think less of their credibility. Lastly, Froggy confirmed that he's been threatened with a lawsuit. I actually heard this rumor before making my own video yesterday, but didn't include it because I thought that there was no way IDubbbz could possibly be that stupid. Just from banning Froggy, he's pretty much lost all the goodwill that remained for him in the community, and he's also lost the respect of a lot of his fans. But man, if he sues, no matter if he can do so rightfully or not, it will literally ruin his career. I mean, can you think of any faster way to drive your reputation into the ground than throwing around lawsuits at the guy who everyone is already siding with? This would be a massive mistake. Luckily, Mutahar from Some Ordinary Gamers has committed to pay for any legal fees that might arise from Froggy Fresh, in another move that shows exactly where the community stands on this issue. So basically, this entire controversy has been caused, seemingly, because either Froggy Fresh worked out with comedian Sam Hyde, who IDubbbz doesn't like, or because Froggy made a fairly tame joke about IDubbbz's wife's OnlyFans. I wonder if they still think that removing him was the right move. I wonder if they thought the community would agree with them. I wonder why in the world they thought that doubling down was a good idea. Honestly, they could have just apologized and let him come back, and everyone would have applauded them for it, but instead, it seems like they're just addicted to making bad business moves. What do you guys think of this whole situation? Did you like their statement? Or do you agree with me that it was terrible? Do you think that they should just give up and let Froggy box? Or do you think they should keep doubling down? Personally, I think that if they're gonna keep sticking with this decision, they need to release the actual violations they're accusing him of, with proof, as soon as possible. Because to be honest, they're kind of not doing themselves any favors by hiding it, if the violations are actually real at all. Also, and this isn't about the drama, but why does every statement made now come in the form of an image on Twitter? Are they just trying to make it harder to cover by making it so people can't copy and paste the text? I mean, Twitter just expanded how many characters you can use to some ridiculous number, so if we could stop doing the whole putting our statement in a hard to read image thing, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and God bless you.